So once you have your wish, and I'm assuming you all have one, and if you don't, make one up quickly for the purposes of tonight. What we do is experience that wish as real and true. That's not positive visualization. In intuition, we're not creating anything. We're not making it up. We're following our attention. So we're allowing our attention to find the pieces of that wish. Some of them may be here and now. Some of them may be in our past and our future. We're allowing our attention to move around to give all of our senses, including thought and memory, the experience of that wish as real and true now. Not because there's any magic to real and true now. There's not. But you can only change things in the present. And if you're targeted on what's wrong, which is different than not noticing what's wrong. You need to notice what's wrong. I'll tell you why in a minute. But if you're targeting what's wrong, you're not going to see the opportunities. And you want your attention and your intuition and your intellect and your resources targeted on what you can do. There's plenty all of us can't do. Positive thinking doesn't work. When you are embodying, which is what you call experiencing your new reality, when you are embodying, you don't want to ignore all of the interference, all of the misery that comes up, both internally and in what you notice around you when you have that experience. Because all of those things are things that intuition now knows to deal with. If a bullet is coming at you and you close your eyes, I guarantee you truly, not from belief, but from absolute knowledge, that bullet will hit you. Positive thinking, that bullet is not going to hit me, I'm closing my eyes, does not work. You know, negative thinking, it's going to hit me anyway, I'm not going to move, does not work. However, if in the moment you say, gee, I have a sense I should duck, that works. You don't make the bullet go away, but you can move, you can usually move. You, structures around you, relationships, you can usually create something okay out of what you have. Doesn't mean it always feels good. I think we're coming out of that feel-good generation. We're realizing feeling really can be blood sugar. I mean, feeling could just need a donut. Feeling is highly overrated. However, it does put us under great pressure when it overwhelms us, so it's important to take care of. But how we feel about something, if it's not practical, useful, and actionable, really isn't that important. You know, what we believe is, because our beliefs either limit us or give us permission. So when you truly embody your new reality as real and true now, the first thing you experience is all the interference. But that's great. You have targets to work on. So once something is conscious, your subconscious immediately goes to work on it, unless you really are out to destroy yourself. Even those of us who love being wild depressives, very few of us are really out to destroy ourselves. The survival instinct in the human animal is amazing. So once you have the targets, once you have the problems, immediately intellect, intuition, and everything else goes to work on them. Repression is a wonderful thing. We need to repress to not be overwhelmed. And your intuition is not going to give you information that's not actionable, because that's information you should repress. If you are going to die a second from now and you can't do anything about it, your subconscious is going to block that. You know, it's not useful in any way. However, most things you can take action on. The wonderful thing about intuition is that intuition perceives ahead, or what we perceive of as ahead. So there's very rarely an emergency. When you start working with intuition, you'll notice that even things that shock you, like, oh my God, how did that happen? If you trace it back, you actually set it up very carefully, and it was for a very good reason. You know, sometimes we repress what we're doing because our emotions, our feelings, our dysfunction wouldn't allow us to do it if we could feel it while we were doing it. So don't think you're embodying wrong if you feel awful doing it. You're doing it right. And when it gets easy, you're either not doing it with all your senses, you're just kind of thinking it, or you're about to get what you want, or A or B.